Hey everybody, welcome back, y'all. Today is the day that we get to start talking about seeds. So if you are catching me for the first time, you are in for a treat. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button in faith. Y'all, I'm so excited because it is, we can say mid-January, and it's time to start talking about seeds for the summer garden, maybe the spring garden too, but it's time to start talking about seeds, and I'm excited because this is the first video of 2025 talking about ordering your seeds. And I want to give you the blueprint of what I feel like is a great pathway and a blueprint to ordering your seeds. So before you order your seeds, if you have not already ordered them, then I want you to watch this video before you do it. I'm going to give you some pertinent information on what I feel like are the steps before you press the order button. So grab you a cup of water, tea, coffee, whatever you're drinking, get you a notepad, and let's sit down and talk about this summer garden season and ordering seeds. I cannot wait to have this conversation with you. It is going to be jam-packed with information. It's going to be more of a teaching style video, which I'm excited to do. So let's jump right on into the content. And for those of you that are brand new to me, my name is Barbara. I live in Tennessee. I'm in Zone 7B. This channel is primarily about gardening, but we talk about all aspects of homesteading, like food preservation, cooking from scratch, all the things, DIY, all the things. But now as we're getting ready to gear up for garden season, I know it's cold and I know y'all, it's snow outside my house, but it is still time to start talking about the summer garden. So you're going to see a lot of content over the next few months as we start to ramp up about the summer garden season. And so if you're in my zone, especially in zone 7A or 7B, you definitely want to be dialed in, because literally you can do what I do and be right on track. I am literally going to lead you by the hand and show you exactly what you need to be doing. So I'm gonna have a seat at the table, and let's jump into ordering seeds and talk about what I feel like is the blueprint. Okay, so y'all know I'm excited, but before I sit down, I wanna talk about my membership. I launched my first YouTube membership level last week. It is called Gardener VIP. And so I wanna tell you about it in case you missed that video, and I want you to join and to support me. Now, it is completely optional. If you don't join, you'll still see me on YouTube. You'll still see my videos. But if you become a Gardener VIP, let me tell you what you get. One, you're gonna get a member shout out. I'm about to do some in just a few minutes. Also, you're gonna get priority reply to comments. I get a lot of comments on my videos. I have been diligent over this last year as I've been building my community to try to respond to every comment. I try to do that as much as I possibly can. But as the channel grows, it is difficult for me to respond in words to every single comment. But if you become a Gardener VIP member, you will have priority reply. I will reply to your comments. I will give you the answers that you need. The other thing that you get as a Gardener VIP is that you get 10% discount as long as you're a member on anything in our Living Foods Farm shop. So our website is livingfoodsfarm.com. We sell produce if you're local. We also host classes and workshops. You get 10% off those, 10% off the replays. We also sell jalapeno salt, comfrey salve, lemon balm salve. We sell all the things, and some new things are coming. So if you are a Gardener VIP, you get 10% off. That is another perk of being a Gardener VIP. And then also I will be doing some member only videos. Now I will still do videos for the community, but there are going to be certain times, especially during the gardening season, that I will be doing videos for members only, where they get a chance to either have a live Q&A with me and get answers to all of their questions, or I will deep dive more into a topic more than I can do on just a community video. So there are some perks to being a Gardener VIP. So if you want to join, it's $4.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. The link is down in the description below. The second announcement is this is the last week to sign up for my next workshop, which is the pressure canning workshop that's going to be on Sunday, January the 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. You want to get in this class. If you don't know how to pressure can, you want to learn how to pressure can, it's been on your bucket list, or better yet, you got a pressure canner in your garage that you ain't even opened up because you don't know what to do. Get in the class, okay? Get in the class. I'm going to spare you all of the details. If you have questions, put them down below. The link to sign up for the class is also in the description, and there's a whole page of FAQs, a whole page of information about what I'm going to cover in that class. If you took my water bath canning class, you received in your email a $15 off discount code because you took the first level canning class. Now this is the advanced level canning class. And if you're a Gardener VIP, you get 10% off. Come on, come on, come on. Sign up for the class. Now, let's talk about seeds. I'm going to sit down for real this time. Y'all see these? These just two of the seed catalogs. But if you've been following me, or if you are a seasoned gardener, you know all about the seed catalogs. You get a free copy from your favorite seed company, and they have the catalog with all of their pretty seeds in there. Y'all, just like kryptonite, okay? You just can't get enough of it. You get, by a cozy fire, and you can just take the afternoon and just flip and flip and flip through this magazine, and you're like, I want all the things, okay? And before you know it, you have ordered hundreds of dollars worth of stuff, and you ain't got no plan. Now, if you are brand new to this channel, one of the things that I am passionate about, I'm passionate about a lot of things, and everything I'm passionate about, I talk about. But one of the things when it comes to gardening that I'm extremely passionate about is being organized, being intentional, and being efficient, okay? So when I talk about gardening, I'm always have those three tenets in mind. I am going to be organized, I'm going to be intentional, and I'm going to be efficient. If that's your jam, I'm your girl, okay? If that's not your jam and you like to fly by the seat of your pants, you can still watch. And what I always say, whatever is good, you keep it. Whatever is not, throw it on out the window. Not gonna hurt my feelings, okay? Not gonna hurt. I'm just here to help you have abundant gardens. And to me, that is the way to do it, is to be organized, efficient, and intentional. So let's talk about what I feel like is the blueprint for ordering seeds. So before you order seeds, I want you to hit the pause button. And the reason why is because I have been, I would say go back 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't have a plan. I was willy-nilly about it. I spent a lot of money on seeds, and not that it went to waste, because I'm gonna grow the stuff, but it wasn't very well thought out. And I realized that that's money that could have been spent somewhere else, and I probably didn't need to spend that amount of money at that time, okay? So not that the seeds are gonna go to waste, but it wasn't a well thought out plan. It was really just willy-nilly. Look, I got mesmerized by all these pictures, and I'm like, I want all of it, okay? So I'm just racking up stuff in my cart. I'm on like 5 different sites, and I got a $100 order on every site, and y'all, that's not real efficient, okay? Not real efficient. And at that time, my garden wasn't even as big as it is now. So let's take a beat. Let's take a step back, and let's talk about, now some of you have already ordered seeds, and that's okay, because I've already ordered my seeds, right? I always order my seeds the last week of December, because that's when I'm on vacation every single year. We take a family vacation, usually the 3rd or the last week of December. And so that's when I order my seeds, because that's when I have the time, the downtime to think, to flip, to dream, and all that stuff. During my regular course of life, I don't have 2 or 3 hours to sit down and look at a seed catalog, but that's my life, okay? If you've already ordered your seeds, no problem. You can take this information and you can use it for the next time. But if you have not ordered seeds, and or you are a brand new gardener, let's talk about what you need to think about first. So the first thing that I want you to think about, and y'all, I have notes, because wrong notes. That was from another YouTube video. Here are my notes for this video, right? Because what? I'm organized, okay? So one of the things, I'll do this at the end. There's one thing I forgot. I'm gonna do it at the end. Okay, so one of the things when it comes to before you order seeds, the first thing you wanna do is figure out what you're gonna plant. What are you growing? What are you going to grow? What are you going to plant? That is gonna inform you about what you need to buy. Now, I'm with you, y'all. These seed catalogs, I mean, it's just mesmerizing. You want all the things. right? But think about what you're going to actually grow and what you're going to actually eat. And as we're thinking about the summer garden specifically, you want to be focused on warm season crops in your area. So figure out what you're going to plant and grow. So make a list, write it down, okay? Because if you don't like Swiss chard, your family don't like Swiss chard, then you shouldn't be ordering 10 packs of Swiss chard, right? Now you may order 1 pack because you may say, hey, I've never had it homegrown. Maybe I will try some and see if I like it better homegrown than what I liked when I was growing up. That's A-okay. I've done that many a times. But there are things that I know that I don't eat, my family's not going to eat. It doesn't make sense for me to rack up and buy all these packs of seeds just because the picture is pretty. And I'm like, oh, but what if? Okay. So number one, figure out what you're going to grow. Okay. So if you already know that, then I want you to say yes in the chat. Say, yes, Barbara, I know what I'm going to grow. Got that part done. Check. Okay. If you don't, figure it out. Number two, next, I want you to think about what type of plants do you want to grow? And when I say what type, you can grow heirloom or you can grow hybrid. And I want to spend a little time talking about the difference between heirloom and hybrid, because as a new gardener, I did not know the difference and people had me scared to grow something that was not an heirloom seed. Okay, so let's talk about the difference, and I'm going to do my best to make this as simple as possible. So when it comes to heirloom seeds and hybrid seeds, the only difference is how they are bred. Okay, the only difference is how they are bred. So when it comes to heirloom seeds, those seeds have been passed down from generation to generation to generation. They are very consistent. So if you get an heirloom squash seed and you put it in the ground for this summer, and then you put it, more seeds in the ground next summer, you're going to get the same yellow squash. It is going to be consistent and have the same consistent properties, okay? Because of the way that it is bred. And so I want to make sure that I get this right. So heirloom plants are open pollinated. That means that they are pollinated by wind, insects, animals, and they're the result of natural selection, okay? They're passed down through generations. And again, when it comes to heirlooms, they are consistent and they can have a better flavor, but they are more susceptible to disease, okay? So that's one thing that you need to know about heirlooms. So a very popular heirloom tomato is Cherokee Purple. Now, you may have seen one, but I have never seen a pretty Cherokee Purple tomato. I haven't. If you have, more power to you. I have not. What I have, now they taste amazing. The flavor is great. It has like this smoky flavor and it's like purplish on the inside. But when I have grown them, they are very prone to disease and they usually always have cracks around the top. I have never been able to grow a smooth, pretty, beautiful Cherokee Purple tomato. I have grown some that taste amazing, but they don't look pretty. So I never sell my Cherokee Purple tomatoes, usually because people eat with their eyes first. And if they're not familiar with a Cherokee Purple, because you don't buy those in the grocery store. So if you're not familiar and you don't already know that it's great flavor, if I just present it to you with the way that it looks, you probably are not gonna buy it, okay? So when it comes to heirlooms, they are more prone to disease. When it comes to hybrid, remember, the difference between heirloom and hybrid is how they're bred. And so when it comes to a hybrid seed, this is done, and I want to get the words right, it is the result of human-controlled cross-pollination. So humans have controlled how they pollinate. Remember, with heirloom seeds, it's open pollinated. It's pollinated by wind, insects, things like that. When it comes to hybrid, it is humans doing deliberate cross-pollination. So they're taking two seeds of the same kind of plant. So a tomato seed, so let's say a Cherokee Purple and a Paul Robeson. I'm just making that up, right? They're taking seeds from both. But the purpose of them manufacturing, or controlling the cross-pollination, they are doing it for specific reasons. They are trying to get better disease resistance. They are trying to get maybe a higher yield. So they're taking the good traits of tomato A. They're taking the good traits of tomato B, and they are specifically controlling the cross-pollination of those two tomato plants to yield tomato 3, which is a hybrid, because tomato 1, tomato 2, parent 1, parent 2 come together and make tomato 3. Okay, the tomato 3 is a hybrid. It has, so think about your children, right? If you are married, right? So me and my husband, we have 2 children. They have some of, our children have some of my traits, and they have some of their father's traits. So think about, if they have my best traits and his best traits, they are a hybrid blend. It's the same thing with a hybrid seed. The people who do it are specifically breeding them to get better disease resistance, so they're more resistant, or a higher yield, or uniformity, like so that there is no cracks and things like that. So that is the main difference. I don't want to spend a lot of time. Now, if my members want me to do a more in-depth on hybrid, heirloom and hybrid, we can talk about that. That's again another perk of being a gardener VIP. If you want it and I can deliver it, it's yours. But I try to keep the community videos, to a certain time frame, because I know that too much information at one time can be, not helpful, especially when I'm doing it in a teaching style. So that's the difference between heirloom and hybrid. If you have a question, put it down below. Now you may say, well, Barbara, what kind is best to grow? The answer is, it's whatever you want to grow that's best for your goals, okay? When I first started my first 2 years of gardening, I did mostly heirlooms. One, I was terrified to do anything else because they had me out here thinking that a hybrid plant was like a tomato and a fish together. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. Okay, but no, it's 2 tomatoes. And so once I got my own knowledge and information, I was comfortable to grow hybrids. Now in my garden, I would say I grow primarily hybrids. I think it's over the 50% mark. But again, my goals are to get high yield, okay? Because I am trying to produce an enormous amount. One, because I want to have enough for my family. Because again, I grow a crop to have enough for a year, okay? If you're new, you'll hear me talk about that over and over again. The second thing is, when it comes to my goals, I want to make sure that I have enough to grow for a year, but then also we sell our excess, okay? So in order for me to have a high yield and be able to sell something, I gotta have a high yield. And so I want uniformity and I want high yield. Those are my goals. If your goals are, you have a smaller landscape, and let's say you're just growing for yourself and you're more into, I want the genetic diversity when it comes to flavor. Now, hybrids, if you compare the flavor of most hybrids to the flavor of most heirlooms, heirlooms might win out, right? Like a Cherokee purple tomato has excellent flavor. It doesn't mean the hybrid doesn't have one. It's just, it doesn't taste as great, if that makes sense. It still tastes good. So I'll leave it there. It really depends on what your goals are. So going back to before you order seeds, you need to know, are you going to be planting heirlooms, hybrids, or a combination of both? Because that is going to inform where you buy your seeds, okay? If you only want heirloom seeds, then there's certain places that you don't even want to shop at. There's certain things that you don't even want to pick up, right? Versus if you want to do hybrids and things like that, then there's other places that you're going to lean more towards than somebody who wants to do heirloom seeds, okay? So going back, when it comes to ordering your seeds, the blueprint, 1, I want you to figure out what you want to plant. Number 2, I want you to figure out what type of seeds are you planting, heirloom or hybrid. And then number 3, this is so important. I did this before I went on vacation. I want you to take an inventory of what you already have. Put your eyes on it. Count it up, okay? Don't be like, I think I'm out of carrots, and you got 15 packs of carrots. Or, no, I should be good on tomatoes. Yeah, because I bought a lot last year. I didn't plant them all. I'm good. And so you don't order tomatoes, but then when it's time for you to sow seeds, you're like, I ain't got but 1 pack of tomatoes. And my favorite tomatoes, I ran out of seeds because, oh, that's right, I gave it to Janie. Oh my goodness. Don't have that, okay? Because when we're in the throes of starting seeds, we're in the throes of the garden. The last thing you want to do is be ready to plant your seed or start your seed, and you're like, I don't have a seed. And you have to order it online and wait a week to get your seeds. Don't do that. Listen to my voice. Go take an inventory. Put your eyes on what you have. Take notes of what you need to order before you get mesmerized and you like, I want that, and that, but then you don't order the very thing that you need, okay? So those are the three things, important things that I want you to do. Know what you're gonna plant, know if you're gonna get heirloom or hybrids, and then figure out what you already have. And then you know, these are the priority things that I need to order. Like for me, there's certain things that I grow every single year. And there's certain things that I cannot get in the store, right? There's certain varieties I cannot get in the store. So I know I got to order it online. And so you need to make sure that you have that online. And what I'm telling you is stuff that I have done. That's why I try to be as organized as possible. I'm telling you because I've learned through my mistakes. I have gone to sow some seeds and I don't have the seeds that I want. And then I got to wait a week to get it because I can't just go find it at Home Depot, okay? So I hope that helps and makes sense. And then the very last thing is, now we know what we're going to plant. We know we want heirloom or hybrids. We know what we have. Now it's like, let's get some seeds, okay? So fourth is choose where you're going to buy your seeds. Now, if you are brand new to me, I start 99% of my own seeds. Last year, I did a whole seed starting playlist where I started seeds. I took you through my entire process of how I figure out what I'm going to sow and when. Like I started the countdown from 12 weeks before last frost date all the way to 0. And every week we planted seeds and I told you what I was planting, okay? I'm still on the fence of whether I'm going to do that again. But regardless of whether I do it on YouTube, I may do it for the members only. But anyway, I'm going to be starting seeds in literally 2 weeks at the very latest. I actually started some seeds last week, and maybe I'll do a video on that this week because I want to do a video on spring gardening and give you my thoughts on spring gardening and tell you what I do, and then answer some questions about spring gardening, but that's a whole nother video. But anyway, I will be starting my seed starting journey officially in 2 weeks. Right now, I am sitting at 14 weeks before my last frost date. And so I generally start for the summer garden about 12 weeks before the last frost date. So that means in 2 weeks, okay? So when it comes to where you're gonna get the seeds, I wanna go and give you some resources. I wanna start when I say the least amount to the greatest amount. For those that are new, for those that may be on a budget, for those that may have very little disposable income, I want to give you some resources of some very inexpensive places to get seeds. And then I will talk about what I say are the more traditional ways to get seeds. So number one, if you're looking for free seeds, I would suggest a good way to start is to do a seed swap. They have seed, you can do a seed swap with your friends. And if you have friends that are more seasoned gardeners than you, they probably have a seed collection like I do and willing to give you some seeds to get started. So that's one way to get free seeds. Also, if you check with your local library, they also do seed swaps, okay? Now you may say, I ain't got nothing to swap because I'm brand new. That's okay. That's why I say go to a friend who is a seasoned gardener. They will probably give you some seeds. I have given plenty of seeds away. I buy a lot of seeds, and one of the reasons why I buy a lot is because I know that I'm going to give some away, okay? So that's one. Another resource that I want to give you for free seeds is www.freeheirloomseeds.org. freeheirloomseeds.org. I'll try to put it up here. Now, they give you free seeds, but when you go to the site, they have very specific instructions on what to do to get the seeds. Now, I have never done it before, but I have plenty of people that I know in my circle that have done it, and they get the free seeds, but you have to follow their directions. Now, they would like for you to make a donation. I think it's like $10, but you can get, I mean, they give you several packs of seeds, but they have an option if you cannot make a donation. They just ask you, I think that you have to like give your list and type it up and then give like a self-stamped envelope or something like that. I don't know all the details, but go to freeheirloomseeds.org and you can get you quite a bit of free seeds. They're going to be all heirloom. So that is a resource if you don't know about it. Okay. The next inexpensive way to get seeds, if you have a local Dollar Tree close to you in January, and mine is usually like the first part of February, but I heard another subscriber say they've already seen them in their Dollar Tree. So check your Dollar Tree, January and February. They have heirloom seeds and you get 4 packs for $1. Let's see if I have one. Yep. Let me show you what they look like. I go every year and get tons because they come in packs like this. This is what they look like. They're all in packs like this, and you can see it says 4 for $1. So literally you get a packet of seeds for 25 cents. They are all heirloom seeds at Dollar Tree. The company is American Seed. I have grown these. They grow just like any other seed. The only thing to pay attention to is that there's usually not a lot of seeds in the pack. So versus like when I order seeds from like a Johnny's or whatever, I'm going to pay more for the seeds, but there's going to be more seeds in the pack. I would say on average, there's probably, I would say about 15 to 20 seeds in each pack, which again is 25 cents. So just know if you're going to plant a lot of kale, don't just get 1 pack. Go and get you 4 for $1. Okay. And so I buy a lot of even though I buy tons of seeds from all of these other big companies, I always go to my Dollar Tree and get a whole bunch of these, and these come in handy. I give them away. I use them in my garden. They grow. I've had no issues with them whatsoever. So those are some, and they have all different varieties. They have herbs, flowers, and seeds. Warm season and cool season crops. So those, I just gave you 3 resources to get free or very inexpensive seeds. Why am I telling you this? Because I don't want you to have no excuse. I don't want you to look at me, well, I can't spend $100 on seeds. No problem, honey. I just gave you 3 resources. Ask a friend, local library, Dollar Tree, freeheirloomseeds.org. Okay? Now, those are some choices. The next thing is you can go to your Home Depot, your Lowe's, if you have those in your area. They always have seeds. I haven't been in a while, so I don't know if the seeds are out yet, but I would imagine by February they're going to be out if they're not out already. Walmart also has seeds. Go back to the garden center. They sell, it's not this brand, but it's another brand that it may be like $1.50 or something like that. So go to Walmart again, if you're on a budget, or if there's, again, and these are going to be traditional seeds. When I say traditional seeds, it's going to be, you know, the green beans like a Blue Lake that grow in your region. It's going to be your basic tomatoes. You're not going to find usually a Cherokee purple tomato packet of seeds like at your Home Depot and places like that. You're not going to find one of my favorites is strawberry watermelon from Baker's Creek. You're not going to find that, but you will find green beans, corn, like all of the just the basic seeds. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, if you know what you want to plant. Another place is your local co-op. If you're in a rural area, go to your co-op, go to your Tractor Supply. Okay. I'm giving you tons and tons of resources. Also, if you have a local nursery, usually nurseries have a certain brand that they go with, and that's what they sell. They don't sell like multiple brands. I know that one of the nurseries close to me, they only sell botanical interest. Okay, so again, local nursery, that's also a place. So there's plenty of places physically that you can go in and buy seed packets. I tend to buy most of mine online. I would say 95% of my seeds are coming from online. Okay, and so this year I bought the majority of my seeds from Johnny's, Urban Farmer, Territorial Seed, and Baker Creek was a 4th, because there's certain things that I can only get at Baker Creek. My absolute favorite place to buy seeds is Johnny's. That's where the majority of my money goes, because Johnny's sells a lot of hybrids. So I grow a lot of hybrids, but they also sell bigger packs. so I can get a bigger pack of something versus at Baker's Creek, they only have like the one size. But in Johnny's, they have multiple sizes. So if I'm trying to grow a crop at scale, I can get it from Johnny's. Now, Johnny's, out of all four of those, are the most expensive. Their shipping is, I mean, they love their shipping. They like, we gonna pay our shipping people. We gonna make sure they well paid because they're gonna charge you for the shipping. But because I order, again, when I order my seeds for the year, I hit the $200 threshold, I get free shipping, okay? If you're not ordering $200 worth of seeds, then you're gonna pay probably $10 in shipping. So just know that. Just know that when you buy your seeds. So I gave you tons of places where you can buy seeds. And then again, looking at the seed catalogs, excuse me, most of these places will give you a free seed catalog. Go to their website. It's usually on the front page. It'll say request a free seed catalog. You put in your email address and you'll usually have it within a week. So here is the territorial seed catalog. This is Baker's Creek seed catalog. And then I had the Johnny's one. I didn't have one for Urban Farmer. I just went on the website to do that. So an upcoming video, I will do a seed haul and show you. Now that's gonna be a long video because y'all, when I tell y'all about a lot of seeds, your girl bought a lot of seeds. Do you hear me? A lot of seeds. But I will do a seed haul at some point and let you know what I bought and why and what my plan is and what I'm growing. So when it comes to like what I'm growing, I stick to things that have worked before, but I always am trying something new. And so I would encourage you to at least try one or two new things in your garden. And again, do it. Don't buy 15 packs of it. If you ain't never done it before, buy one pack. See if you like it. See if you like the output. See if you like the yield. Okay? So I hope that that helps you guys, like before you order seeds. Now, I want to ask a question because I don't know if this is helpful or not. When it comes to the seed catalogs, to me, it's a wealth of information. You can spend hours going through the seed catalog. Let me know if it would be helpful to talk about how to read your seed catalog or how to interpret your seed catalog, or if y'all got that. If you got it, ain't no problem. But if it's helpful, then maybe the next video I can talk about how to read your seed catalog, what the things mean, what to look for, and all of that. Just let me know if it's helpful. And if so, I'm happy to do it. I didn't want to put it on this video because I didn't want to make it too long. But I'm happy to do another video on it if that is helpful. But I hope that this information right here is helpful. So before you order seeds, we've talked about the things that you should be looking for and what you should be doing. Now, what I want to know in the chat is who has already ordered your seeds? Let me know if you've already ordered them, if you did the things. Like, because you already knew, hey, I did that. I feel good about myself. Let me know if you have not ordered your seeds, but if it's on your list this month. Now, I will tell you that I ordered my seeds the last week of December, and there was stuff that I could not get because it was already out of stock. And that's pretty typical. Now, for the most, usually, if it's out of stock now, it'll usually come back in stock around February. So I have to just keep checking. But there's a couple of things that like I need, that I'm like, I really need that to be back in stock. I guess I was a little too late. So I will tell you, don't wait to the last minute to buy seeds, especially if you're ordering online from a company and it's not something that you can just go buy in your local Home Depot. Get your seeds because everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody, but there's an increasing popularity around gardening because of our food system, because of going in the store, you can't find your stuff, because of all the recalls, the list goes on and on and on. So don't let somebody beat you out on the seeds because you just la-di-da-da-da-da, taking your time. Don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to you, okay? The last thing I want to do is I want to shout out my first 7 members of the YouTube. These 7 people joined on my video from my video last week. I want to shout them out. It's Indigenous Queen, Kimberly Williams, H&H Southern Gardens, Don Delinsky, Elois Wiggins, Kat, Prophet, and Mary Grott. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna call them the founding 7. The founding 7. Thank you so much for joining the membership. If you want to be a part of the membership, the link is below. If you want to join the class, the link is below. Leave your comments, leave your questions. Y'all, we just getting started. Somebody better turn the heat down because it's about to get hot in here, okay? All right, y'all, I gotta go. So y'all got me cutting up. I gotta go. But remember, Gardening is a journey. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time, friend.